Ever looked at a dried mushroom and thought, what separates a little creative boost from a full-on psychedelic experience? Turns out the line between a helpful tool and an overwhelming experience is all about the dose. For years, good information on this has been scattered and whispered about. I'm giving a complete guide, one that covers everything from a tiny microdose to a legendary heroic dose. If you've been looking for a straightforward breakdown of what to expect for both fun and for healing, you're in the right place. We're going to cover everything you need to know to make a smart, safe decision. But first, let's get the serious stuff out the way. The legal landscape for psilocybin is complicated, and it's still illegal in many parts of the world. This guide is for education and harm reduction. Always know the laws where you are and understand that taking these substances has real risks. My goal is to give you the facts so you can put your safety first. Before we even talk dosages, let's establish rule number 1. Accuracy is everything. Your absolute best friend on this journey is a good digital scale, one that measures at least 2 decimal points. The difference between half a gram to 1.5 grams is not small. It's the difference between a brighter mood and a full-blown psychedelic trip. Eyeballing the dosage is not an option. It's also super important to remember that one mushroom is not like the other. Potency can be all over the map, not just between different species, but even between mushrooms from the same exact harvest. As a general guide, the common Psilocybe cubensis usually has around 1% psilocybin when dried, which means 1 gram holds about 10 milligrams of psilocybin. But that 1% can swing anywhere from half a percentage all the way up to 2%. This is exactly why the golden rule of psychedelics exists. Start low and go slow. You can always take more next time, but you can never ever take less. The effects usually kick in within about 20 to 60 minutes. Peak around 2 to 3 hours in, and the whole trip typically lasts for 4 to 6 hours. With that groundwork laid, let's get into the doses. Alright, let's start at the beginning with the dose that's taken the wellness world by storm, the microdose. We're talking about a tiny amount, between 0.1 to 0.3 grams of dried mushrooms. The key thing to know is that this is a subperceptual dose. That's a fancy way of saying you shouldn't actually feel like you're tripping. No visuals, no major reality shifts. The goal is a subtle positive nudge. People often report a better mood, more focus and creativity, and feeling more emotionally centered. Think less psychedelic adventure, more like the afterglow of a great meditation session. Just a gentle lift for your day. There are 2 popular playbooks for this. First is the Fadiman protocol from Dr. James Fadiman. You take a dose, then take 2 days off. This 1 day on, 2 days off rhythm helps prevent tolerance and lets you notice the effects on your on day and on the afterglow day. Then there's the Stamets protocol from the legendary mycologist Paul Stamets. This involves 5 days of microdosing in a row with 2 days off. Stamets often suggests stacking this with non-psychedelic supplements like lion's mane mushroom and niacin, which he believes may help boost brain health. While many explore microdosing for depression and anxiety, you have to be careful. If you or your family have a history of psychosis, schizophrenia, or bipolar disorder, psychedelics can be a risky move and could make things worse. Let's talk about the low dose, sometimes called a museum dose. Here we're looking at half a gram to 1.5 grams of dried mushrooms. At this level, you'll start to feel the first gentle whispers of the psychedelic world, but you'll still feel grounded and in control. This is the perfect starting line for a beginner who's curious about the psychedelic headspace but isn't ready to commit to a full trip. The effects are usually light and happy. This is where things start to get a little sparkly. Colors might pop, music may sound richer, and you might feel a wave of connection to the art you're looking at or the park you're in. A mood boost, a case of the giggles, and a general sense of euphoria are all common. For recreation, it's great for a chill day with good friends. Therapeutically, it's a gentle handshake with the psychedelic state, helping to ease any pre-trip jitters before going deeper. You won't be seeing dragons, but you'll definitely notice a shift in your thinking. Time might feel a little weird, and you could find yourself getting lost in some pretty interesting thoughts. Okay, now we're getting into what most people picture when they hear the word trip. Welcome to the moderate dose, which is anywhere from 2 to 3.5 grams of dried mushrooms. This is where the psychedelic experience unfolds in full color, and this is where your preparation really starts to matter. A lot. Expect some major shifts in perception. Visuals are common. You might see intricate geometric patterns with your eyes closed or watch the walls gently breathe. A powerful sense of awe and wonder can take over. Your sense of self, your ego, might start to feel a bit fuzzy, leading to incredible feelings of connection to everything and everyone. This is also the dose range used in many clinical trials for things like depression, where a standard 25 milligram dose of pure psilocybin is roughly equal to about 2.5 grams of mushrooms. The journey here can be an emotional roller coaster, from pure joy to deep personal insights, but it also comes with a higher risk of a challenging time or a bad trip. This is exactly why the concepts of set and setting become non-negotiable. Set is your mindset going in, and setting is your environment and who you're with. Being in a safe, comfortable place with a trusted, sober trip sitter is the absolute best way to navigate this experience safely. And finally, we've arrived at the heroic dose, a term made famous by Terence McKenna. This is a dose of 5 grams or more of dried mushrooms. I need to be crystal clear here. This is not for beginners. This is not for a fun Saturday afternoon. This is the deep end, and it demands tremendous respect and preparation. The entire point of a heroic dose is to completely dissolve the ego, launching you into what many describe as a deeply mystical or spiritual state. People report meeting strange entities, traveling to other dimensions, and completely losing their sense of self and the physical world. The insights can be life-changing, but the experience can also be terrifyingly chaotic and overwhelming. At this level, the risk of a psychologically destabilizing experience is extremely high. The line between a profound breakthrough and a psychotic break can become razor thin. It is absolutely essential to have an experienced, sober sitter you trust completely if this path is ever considered. This is not a party drug. It's a powerful tool for deep, internal exploration, meant for experienced individuals with a clear intention for healing or discovery. Psilocybin offers an entire universe of experiences. Understanding these dosage levels is your first and most important step towards using them with intention and responsibility. Always use a scale, and always start with less than you think you need, and always prioritize your set and setting. Whether you're curious about healing or recreation, knowledge is your best tool for reducing harm. Think of this guide as your starting point, not the final word. Keep learning, keep respecting the power of these substances, and always put your safety and well-being first. If this guide cleared things up for you, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. It makes a massive difference for the channel. For more guides like this, make sure you subscribe. And if you know someone who could use this information, please share it. We also want to hear from you. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on responsible use. Sharing our collective knowledge is how we all stay safe together. Thanks for watching.